Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to Jenny's Greenhouse. In this video, I'm going to be talking about front gardens and their health benefits. I hope you've found this channel and that you like what I'm doing on this channel. Please do like and subscribe, give it a thumbs up, watch to the end. All these things help the algorithms and help others to find the channel. Thank you. One of the things that we are short of, and it's a growing problem, is vitamin D3. And we need vitamin D3. It helps our immune system, it helps our bones grow. And people are more and more having deficiencies of vitamin D3. And gardening would significantly help with that, getting outside and exposing our body to sunlight more. There's another group that gardening would benefit, and that's those going through the menopause. One of the overlooked symptoms of the menopause is gaining weight, and it's not talked about enough. Everybody talks about the hot flushes and the mental fogginess, but very few talk about how people are actually gaining weight. And watching what you eat and exercising more can have a major benefit on this. And it's been proved that when those that actually do and continue gardening and I'm not talking again I'm not talking about heavy digging, I'm talking about that general sort of more creative and active side, can have a major impact on the symptoms associated with the menopause. So if you're going through that, and I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, it's not great, and I suffered with it without going through any hormone replacement therapy. It's not good. It's not a good period in our lives. It's not talked about enough. But you know, do consider getting out there and doing some more gardening. And let's talk about what you can do in relatively simple terms. If you own your own house, you can do what you want within reason. But those who are renting obviously have to consider what their landlords would permit or what they feel they can attempt without incurring the wrath of the landlord. But by removing one slab, you could plant a fruit tree. And that fruit tree doesn't have to be a big one, as I said. Those on dwarf rooting stocks don't grow to much more than 2 meters. In fact, you can buy patio fruit trees which barely get to 1 meter. And these plants are good producers. They're bred to produce, but not to grow big. So they have a food benefit. And if we planted some herbs around the bottom, you know, we've got a mini fruit and veg bed sort of thing. But we could also plant taller flowers around the fruit tree, near the tree, and have them getting lower and smaller as we get towards the paving, creating a sort of natural mound. And by taking out, let's say, 4 or 5 slabs, you can create a bigger area without it being an excessive amount of space being taken up. And also, because they are dwarf rooting stocks, they don't produce big root systems. As long as they're planted a reasonable distance from the house, then they aren't going to be any problem with the roots and the house. Those taller plants, those taller flowers closer to the fruit trees will also provide a good place for moths and butterflies to hide, away from the eyes of predators such as birds. So there's you can start to create a wildlife area without actually doing much at all. And obviously, if you are renting, then putting things in containers, that would help an awful lot. And it would help to create some space. I always like to talk about Dixter and the pots that they grow a lot of particularly bulbs in, but also summer flowers, and they cram their pots full of plants. Yes, they take them to pieces again afterwards, and they provide an awful lot of colour in a dramatic fashion, because the pots are so tightly planted with bulbs or flowers. And the pots themselves are actually just plain terracotta. So it's very much that the pots are not there to be displays. They're not coloured pottery or plastic or whatever. They're there to act as the support. And by putting pots of varying sizes, you hide the ones behind. So effectively it just becomes a mound of flowers. And this can be so attractive. And yes, it takes a lot of work to create them and to have them going through a seasonality, but you'd get so much pleasure out of it, and it does look so dramatic. So do click like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.